Hi, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I am Noyanika and I talk about books. So today I would like to wish you a very happy Diwali, and I can't believe that it's already November and we just have 2 more months until 2025. And to be honest, 2024 just flew and there's so much that has happened this year, and I just want 2025 to go peacefully. So let me know in the comments below, how was your 2024 and what all books have you read this year? So today I will be talking about the books that I plan on reading before this year ends. And trust me, this is a goal that I really want to strictly follow. So I'm going to try my very best to read all these books that I have here with me today before this year ends. And I feel like I am kind of overestimating myself because these are a lot of books, and each of these books are almost at least 400 pages, and I don't think I'll be able to finish 400 pages of every book um, before this year ends. So I think I'm really overestimating myself, but let me give it a shot. I want to give it a shot. So yeah, I think let's just dive in and let's just talk about the books that I plan on reading this year. And I'm also going to be making a video on all the books I have read this year. I'm going to give you a complete review of all the books that I've read. So be prepared for that video to be super duper long, okay? So let's get started. First up, I would like to start with The Skylight Room and Other Stories by O. Henry. O. Henry has been an author that I've been reading a lot growing up, so I want to reread his short story collection. I want to get back into reading some of his amazing stories. All that I remember about O. Henry is that most of his stories have a particular ending, and each ending has a certain twist that you will never ever expect. Sometimes he also ends his stories abruptly, which I find very cool. So I kind of love his writing style, and I want to get back into his work. So I really want to finish this collection of short stories before this year ends. I mean, I just have 2 months, and this is pretty thick book. It's about, as I said, 400 pages. So I might have to like binge read most of the books that I'm going to show you today. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up binge reading O. Henry because he's an amazing author. I love reading his works, and his stories are sometimes really crazy and unexpected. So I really love that about him. So I'm going to give a collection of his short stories a shot. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. So the next stop is actually, I plan on reading this first, Pet Sematary by Stephen King, because it's also the Halloween season. It's also the spooky season. I mean, today is Halloween as well, but I should have started reading it. But eh, I'm always late when it comes to these kind of seasons. I'm always late. People are like, they're reading autumn reads, they're reading fall reads, and I'm pretty sure winter's gonna come, so they're gonna read winter cozy books, Christmas books, and I'm always late when it comes to all that. So I'm just not gonna follow that, even though it's a spooky season. Even though I am excited about reading Stephen King, I'm going to put this on hold first because I'm reading another book by Richard Hughes called High Winds in Jamaica. So I want to read that first, and then I'm going to start with this because I've already started that one. So yeah, I'm going to give Stephen King a shot because I have watched movies based on his novels, but I've never read his novels. So this is going to be my first one, and I'm pretty excited about it, and I have no idea what this is about. I just heard a lot about this book. I just heard people raving a lot about this book, so I'm just going to give this a shot. I'm just going to go in blind. So I have no idea what this book is about, but since it's Stephen King, one of the great horror authors, I'm just gonna give this a shot. And the next one is actually a fantasy book. So I am actually really tired of reading Sarah J. Maas, to be honest, because now that has become my guilty pleasure. I'm not saying Sarah J. Maas books are bad or anything, but those are like TikTok, booktok, yeah, those are like booktok famous books. And now I want to delve into some real fantasy, some fantasy which actually has a proper building of the world. It's not only romance. See, there's a difference. I love to read romantasy when it comes to Sarah J. Maas, but now I really want to dive deeper into proper fantasy. So I think the best author to start with is Brandon Sanderson, and it's gonna be Elantas. So this book is actually his first ever book that he published. One of my friends is reading another book written by Brandon Sanderson, and apparently it's amazing. So I can't wait to finish this first just to get an idea of his writing style, and then I will start with that other series. So yeah, this is about what, 500, it's about 600 pages long, and I don't know how I'm going to read this at all. And I'm pretty sure I won't be able to complete this before this year ends, but I really aim on completing it. I really want to complete this book before this year ends. So wish me luck. So I'm getting really distracted with the noise outside and the noise at home because apparently there's some cleaning going on, and I'm like, okay, so forgive me if you see me a bit distracted and if you hear some noises. I'm trying, okay? I'm really trying. So the next one is Women Talking by Mariam Toes. So this book is something which I bought when I went for a trip to Paris. So this book is something which I've been seeing a lot everywhere, and I just happened to stumble upon in one of the bookstores there, and I was like, you know what, I think it's a sign. I should give this a shot because I've seen it everywhere and I was delaying it, and I finally bought it. So I like, you know what, let me give this a shot. So this book is actually, let me just read the blurb. So between 2005 and 2009, in a remote Mennonite colony, I think that's a Christian community. So over 100 girls and women were raped by what many thought were ghosts or demons. Their accounts were dismissed as wild female imagination. Women Talking is an imagined response to these real events. When the women learn the truth, they meet secretly to discuss how to protect themselves and their daughters from future harm. But they have just 2 days to decide before the rapists are bailed out and brought home. I feel like this is something which we still go through, and well, it does say between 2005 and 2009. So this problem is still relevant today, and I feel like it's gonna be a very deep uh, a book that's gonna make my head spiral, make me feel a lot. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love the book. I've heard that this author is an amazing writer, so I genuinely can't wait to read this, to be honest. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be reading this book before this year ends because it's one of my priorities to do this. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this book. And yeah, so this was Women Talking. And the next one is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. So basically, I have no idea what this book is about, but I've seen it everywhere on Instagram, on booktok, on booktube, and I think this was also a sign for me to read. So I'm not sure whether I'll be reading this book this year because of the books I have already stored in my list. So these books are really long. Each book is about 500 pages. So I have no idea how I'm going to complete all these books in 2 months. You know, I feel like it's a lie when people read about 7-8 books a month. I don't know how they do it. Either that is your job, or either you don't have a life beyond books. I don't know how people read so many books a month. I used to because I was genuinely unemployed back then. But now when I get even few hours to read, I feel grateful. So I honestly don't know how people work and read so many books together. Honestly, kudos to them. But I also question that how do you do this? How do you manage to read so many books a month? Unless it's your full-time job, to read books and review them. So honestly, kudos to such people. With that said, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang is actually one of my last books on my reading list, which I plan on reading. So I know that this book is pretty good. I've heard a lot of great reviews about this book, so I'm really, really looking forward to reading this one. So let's see how it goes. I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah. So I have about what? How many books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 books that I plan on reading before 2025 begins, before 2024 ends. So these are the books that I plan on reading. I honestly cannot promise that I'll be able to complete all these books, but I'm gonna try my very, very best. So if you did enjoy this video, please press that like button, subscribe, and do let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books and if you want me to review any of these books anytime soon. And yeah, let me also know how is your Diwali going and how excited are you for 2025 to begin. So yeah, thank you, and I will see you soon again. Bye bye.